Ombudsman, you had a hand in the preparation of the PowerPoint presentation. Tama
Yes,
po ba yun?
Senator. Yes, Senator.
So you were competent to testify on the presentation and the manner of presentation.
Yes, Senator.
But you did not have a hand in the making of the 17-page AMLAC report submitted to your office. Tama po, ma'am?
No, Mr. Senator.
Ma'am, but did you observe extreme care when you were preparing the PowerPoint in the sense that did you exclude the accounts not under the name Renato Corona, Renato Coronado Corona, which are included in the 17-page AMLAC report? I noticed some.
Yes, well, like Allied Bank.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there is, and there's zero.
There's zero and X, yes, ma'am. But there are amounts, substantial amounts.
Yes.
Were these omitted from the...
I think they were included because the presumption is that Allied Bank was doing services for Renato Corona. In other words, this is from the Deutsche Bank. How do you pronounce it?
Yes, ma'am.
Deutsche Bank?
Deutsche Bank, yes, ma'am.
And then there must have been a remittance, and it was handled by Allied Bank.
Yes, ma'am. But from the face of the report, you
Yes.
could not get that story.
Yes,
That's right. That is Allied Bank doing the service for Renato Corona. That is not obvious on the face of the report. So, but my question, ma'am, is: did you exclude all of these accounts?
Those were included.
Included.
Yes. And there is, Your Honor, there is the transaction code there. So.
Yes, ma'am. For example, page 11, the name, first column, Allied Banking Corporation.
Right.
The amount involved is $167,000. The institution name is Deutsche Bank AG.
Yes.
But
Allied Bank,
How-
EQI.
yeah, but why would we now attribute this to Renato Corona? Because on the face of the report.
Because that's it, Your Honor. We thought that this was it came from Deutsche Bank and of course through Allied Bank.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
But
all.
we just made the conclusion that it must have involved Renato Corona.
Whether that's conclusive or not
Yeah.
is beyond my knowledge.
So, but at least we know that
But
it
we
was
still
included.
yes.
Okay, sige po. Kasi,
There's another one.
Yeah, yes,
Bank of
ma'am. There's
BI.
Bank of Philippine Islands. There's even a PS Bank. And there's even a...
Zero and
On
X.
page 12, there's a 0 and an X.
Allied Bank, right.
And the account number is 0 and the other one has
Yes.
around 15 zeros.
Yes.
Opo.
PS Bank. Yes.
And malalaki pong halaga ito, $471,000 plus dollars.
Yes, Your
Aha.
Honor.
And then, actually, there is even one entry where there is a peso amount and there is a dollar amount.
Yes.
Did you notice that? Did you also include that, Madam Ombudsman?
No, what prevailed was peso. So
That is on page 16, line number 5. PS Bank is the name. And there is a peso amount, and at the same time, there is an FX amount. So parang double entry na po, ma'am.
this is a peso amount.
There's a peso amount, 6 million,
Metropolitan Bar.
6,091,155.45. And in the FX amount, there is $135,359.01.
We did not input it in the computation, Your Honor, because it's very clear that it is not denominated as a peso account.
No, but that's Madam Ombudsman, that is the only entry which has both, it has entries in the peso column and in the dollar column. So it must have been a special transaction where you put peso value to it and a dollar value to it.
Yes, this is sourced from Metropolitan Bank and TCO New York.
So, Madam Ombudsman, the important concept I think that you that you extracted from the 17-page AMLC report is the what you call the fresh deposits. What you would believe would be the core dollar
Yes.
ownership of Renato Corona. And at what amount did you put this, Madam Ombudsman?
Fresh deposits, no? 12, approximately 12 million.
I just finished
$12 million.
my questions. $12 million.
Approximately.
But given the fact that we may have made mistakes or it's just an
Sure.
approximation,
We cannot rule that
we
out.
may have included non-Renato Corona accounts. Can you give us more or less your allowance for error? 12
Margin
million
of error?
plus or minus how many million dollars po? Or minus how many million dollars?
11, 10, but it could not be lower than 10.
So the estimate of the Office of the Ombudsman is that the fresh deposits would be somewhere 10 million to 12 million
Yes,
dollars.
Your Honor.
Okay, so that would be all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, Senator Lauren Legarda, Mr. President.
The gentle lady from Antique and the Republic of the Philippines.